Paramount Plus' popular crime drama MobLand is hurtling towards what is sure to be an explosive conclusion of its first season, and episode 8 features a twist that completely changes the landscape of the escalating Harrigan-Stevenson war. In the wake of Harry's last-second rescue of Serafina Harrigan with the help of the mysterious Cat McAllister, the Harrigans regroup briefly. However, Conrad immediately attempts to parley Brendan's murder into a business opportunity. Jamie Lopez's betrayal of Richie opens the door for Jamie and Conrad to establish a hold over fentanyl in London. However, it costs Harry another favor to Cat. Meanwhile, Richie was presented with an opportunity of his own thanks to a veteran player in the never-ending gangland struggle in London, former Deputy Chief Inspector Colin Tattersall of Scotland Yard, played by the legendary Toby Jones. Tattersall provides guidance for DS Fisk and DC Mukasa in their pursuit of Conrad Harrigan, ultimately telling them that the key to bringing down a crime family, based on his decades of experience, is to ally with their rival. That yields a sit-down with Richie Stevenson himself, which ends with one of the most surprising twists yet in MobLand: why Richie killed the two police detectives. DS Fisk and DC Mukasa give offense at the sit-down. Jeff Bell as Richie Stevenson in MobLand. After justifiably asking the two agents who owns who in their proposed pooling of resources, a defiant Mukasa spits out that Richie would never own them, which Fisk quickly agrees to, mostly to not seem weak. Richie shoots and kills both of them, ensuring that the last thing they hear is that no one owns Richie Stevenson. While they certainly didn't help their own cause by insolently insinuating that Richie would be owned by the police, effectively making him a grass, the real reason for their murder is deeper. Fisk and Mukasa made it clear in just a few minutes that they were on the straight and narrow, and wouldn't be a proper partner in a joint venture. Rather, they would be a thorn in Rich's side more than anything. They would have oversight into his activities, and even if he was given immunity from prosecution, Fisk and Mukasa likely wouldn't stand by and let him slaughter people as he intends to. Richie knew that they were non-starters, but the experienced, and therefore more pliable, Deputy Chief Inspector Tattersall knew how to play ball. What Richie working with Toby Jones Colin means. Rich's resources just grew significantly. Jeff Bell as Richie Stevenson in MobLand. Colin Tattersall makes it clear directly after the murders of Fisk and Mukasa that he knows his role in an arrangement with Richie. He and Richie go all the way back to 75, and while he claims to have put Richie away twice already, it seems as though Tattersall might have been much friendlier to Richie than a proper police inspector should be to a murderous crime lord. With Tattersall now theoretically taking the reins of the investigation and deal with Richie, Conrad's primary rival now has the backing and resources of the London police, along with freedom to operate. What will Harry's two favors to Cat be? Based on context, they could be disastrous for the Harrigans. As Conrad tells Harry, a man thinks twice before picking up the phone to Cat McAllister. Based on the context from everyone who mentions her name, along with the fact that even an international cartel does her bidding with no questions asked, it's clear that Cat McAllister is some sort of extremely high-ranking official, whether of a larger criminal enterprise or perhaps a shadow agency like the CIA, owing a favor to someone with that much unfettered power all but guarantees that it will not only be cashed in, but cashed in for something dangerous and illegal. Again, regardless of what Cat's actual position is, it's clear she has a stake in the movement of drugs, guns, and other illicit materials across the globe. She's offered 50% of the fentanyl money that Conrad intends to move just to broker the meeting between him and Jamie, which she accepts. The willingness to accept money from such a source likely points her more towards the criminal underworld than the CIA, but a corrupt government official certainly wouldn't be a shocker to anyone. She clearly intends to use Harry for something to further her own business, and the fact that she's already approached him to work for her makes it clear that she knows what skills he possesses. Harry could be called in to work for her as a black operative, or perhaps to infiltrate another criminal organization. He could even be called upon to give up the Harrigans if it's what Cat wants, which would explain why Kevin believes a favor to Cat would be disastrous for the Harrigans. Cat's favors will surely come to light in the near future in MobLand.